You, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Ali. Hello, everyone. On behalf of Centrum Broking, I welcome you all to Q3FY18 results conference call for Mayur Uniquoters. We are delighted to host the senior management team of Mayur Uniquoters. Thank you very much, sir, for giving us opportunity to host the call. Today we have with us Mr. Suresh Kumar Poddar, MD and CEO of the company, and Mr. Guman Marjan, CFO of Mayur Uniquoters. Now I hand over the call to Mr. Poddar to make the opening remarks. Over to you, Poddar, sir.
Yeah. Good morning and happy Valentine's Day. Now, first of all, I thank all of you for sparing your valuable time to join investor call of Mayur Uniquoters Q3 2017-18 results. To increase India's rank on ease of doing business, Government of India is taking so many initiatives like tax reforms, GST, FDI, transparency in government approvals, and all such initiatives results are yet to come. I hope India's future is very good, and the way things are moving in next 5 or 6 years, India will be third largest economy in the world after China and America. The government is working on improving the manufacturing, and for that so many decisions are being taken. Of course, when some new decisions are taken, there are some ifs and buts, but gradually it comes in order. GST demonetization has definitely affected the business for some time, but now things are getting regularized day by day. As we know that India's economy, number 2 economy, is also good percentage. Now that is affected, and that's why the business is also affected overall. Mostly because of property business, the business is very down. Big unemployment is going on, but this is good for the future, and I think in this budget the kind of relief has been given to this industry will bring good result in near future. So I am very hopeful that if India's future is good, your company future is also going to be good. Now I start with financial highlights for the quarters under review. I will reply all your queries after my review on the financial results. This quarter, we have shown a decent growth in revenue as well as profit after tax front. Company's revenue from operation has increased by 40.69% year-on-year basis. EBITDA has increased by 18.34%, and PBT and PAT has increased by 21.56% and 20.72% respectively. Our year-to-date Q3 17-18 revenue has increased by 19% year-on-year. This decent growth for the quarter under review is mainly because we did extremely well at domestic front, which has recorded 32.81% volume growth on year-to-year basis. Footwear segment, which has registered 47% volume and 55% value growth on year-on-year basis. Apart from our footwear segment, domestic auto OEM and auto replacement market has registered a decent volume growth of 36% and 25% respectively. In order to company's endeavor to reward shareholders, I am happy to inform you that your company has decided dividend of 0.40 paisa, 0.40 rupees per share for the quarter 3 17-18. Total dividend declared so far is rupees 1.15 per share, which is 53% higher on year-on-year basis. IGAT window of the company has closed on 12th February 2018. We have received very good response from shareholder and buyback is oversubscribed by 1,079 times. Let me on our capex plan. We have acquired the requisite land for PU project from Government of Madhya Pradesh. Last quarter, we have started our civil activity in the month of November 2017. We have identified prospective supplier of plant and machinery. Negotiation is going on and ordering of all imported machine will be placed by March 2018. Civil work is well in progress. Regarding Karnataka project, we are expecting to get the requisite land from government by March 2018. With this positive note, I conclude my address and request Mr. Avnish to open the forum for questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone phone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. We will take the first question from the line of Bharti Mundra from CD Equisearch. Please go ahead.
Good morning, sir. So I would like to know the percentage of revenue into the exports in the current quarter and the corresponding figure last year.
Yes. Export figure, you want volume or value?
For both.
For both. Value in 17 was 35 crores.
Sorry, sir, I couldn't hear your voice.
Value in quarter 3,
yes, sir,
16-17 was 35.50 crores and in 17-18 it was little less, 0.77. That is 3% less.
Okay.
But year-on-year basis, I mean for 9 months,
yes, sir,
it was 106.36 versus this year it is 113.24. That means 6.5% increase. And this quarter is definitely going to be, the way things are moving, better than the last quarter in export front. And volume-wise, it was 10.04, and now it is 9.7.
So this is the volume growth you're talking about.
Yeah.
9.7% this quarter.
9.7 this quarter versus 10.04 last quarter. So 3% approximately is less.
So, sir, how is performing better in that case? You just mentioned that the exports were better.
This quarter it will be better. This last quarter.
Okay, the coming quarter you mean that will be better?
Yes.
Okay. And sir, what is the reason behind the increase in raw material to sales ratio of the company?
One thing also I tell you, year to date it is increased 28.52 versus 32.07. Year to for 9 months.
For 9 months, you mean the volume has increased?
Yes. from 28.52 lakhs meter in 9 months to 30.03. That means quantity growth is about 12%. Now what happened, value growth is 6.5% because the new order last year which we got, that has got a little less value. That's why the volume is increased, but top line is not increased.
Okay. And sir, the reason behind the increasing raw material to sales ratio of the company?
Sorry?
The reason behind the increase in raw material to sales ratio of the company?
Yes. Raw material price has been increased a lot.
The prices of what, if you could be specific?
See, I tell you, really, when you are exporting in dollar.
Yes, sir.
They are concerned with dollar, and this time, if you compare from last year, the dollar at this time was 63.8. No, this year, this time it is 63.8, but last year it was 65.8. So naturally, this 3% difference will show in top line, because they have not increased any price if your value of rupee is increasing. So that's why, that is also one of the reasons that it made the 3% difference on value terms because of this dollar price.
Sir, but like how were the raw material costs increasing? Like how is that getting impacted?
It is impacting very much. Because in last 6 months, and the way the price of crude has increased, it has been plasticizer and yarn, fabric yarn. They're all petroleum products. Their prices increased more than 10 to 15% last 1 year. It is on the moving side.
So, sir, like in the future, are we taking measures to curb this increase in raw material?
Till now, we didn't have any much effect because we have booked the used quantity when the prices were less. But now from April onwards, if it is continue, it will start affecting the profit. But we are also working with the customer to increase the price. Because till now, because of demonetization and GST, domestic market was not that good.
Yes, sir.
So nobody had a guts to increase the price.
Yes, sir.
For the business. But now things are getting better. So I think next quarter we will be able to get the prices.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We will take the next question from the line of Dhruvesh Sanghvi from Prospero Tree. Please go ahead.
Hello. Sir, can I just have some brief about how our exports cycle happens? I mean, I think we have good clients from the auto space globally who are trying to inspect our plants and slowly they will probably give us orders. So if you can just run through the cycle time, that how much time does it take from, let's say you approach a client, potential client, to make them start ordering decent amount of quantities from us?
Very good question. Now, in export front, there are two things. One is automotive OEM and one is general market. So for automotive OEM is concerned, when you start talking to a customer, see, in 1 year time you come in the position that they come to the table to discuss you.
Okay.
They do their analysis whether you are fit for doing business or not. Like in Europe, we have appointed a sales guy, German guy, a half year back. It took us 1 year time just to go and sit at the table with these manufacturers. That okay, they are ready to discuss. Now, it's an example of Mercedes-Benz.
Right.
Now, after 1 year, they started talking. In last 6 months, they had 2 audits. Now they are going to have another audit in the month of August. So, if the things are positive with any automotive OEM, then it takes 2 years time.
Okay.
If you start talking today, it will take 2 years to materialize. But in America, we are already doing a business from last so many years. There it is not taking that much time because we are known. And fully we are discussing 6, 7 different models, the different companies. And hopefully, I'm very confident in next year, OEM growth must be between 15 to 20% minimum, the way we are seeing the things are moving.
Okay. So next year 15-20%, but over the next 4-5 years, if we have to imagine, can we, so typically they start with small quantities and then they scale up, or like how is that cycle?
No. The thing is that they start with the new models.
Okay.
Because whatever existing model they are making, they are already suppliers. They don't come so quickly suppliers. Whenever new model comes, then the chance become very bright. These all will be new models, and it depends how much sale is for these new models. Whenever new model come in the beginning, 2-3 months, the requirement is good because according to their expectation. But when the car goes in the market, after 3 months, they also understand that what can be the volume and quantity. But still, suppose we expect 20% growth. So maybe 5% less or more. It's not that 20% will become 5%.
I understand. So one more follow-up on that side. Now, in case, why do they choose us? Is it just the cost arbitrage versus their existing vendors, or and of course there will be some quality related things, but if you can throw some light on why they would see India and especially Mayur Uniquoters as a potential vendor where they can source these things. Some key points on why Mayur Uniquoters for them.
I told you that whenever they talk about new business, they mostly talk about the new model.
Right.
Now, if the new model comes, then they ask quotation from all the suppliers. Then, this quotation is asked by OEMs, but then they give a full interior job to the Tier 1 company.
Okay.
They decide that, okay, this is the price. Now this Tier 1 start negotiating with us, like with us or my competitor, and then whoever they thinks better in the price or service. There are so many things.
Right.
Actually, the price thing is there. So it depends upon your relation. It depends on your previous services. These are the things. Because, but nobody will give more price to you.
Right.
It will be almost same, and it's not that because Mayur is from India, so we should get 5% less or something like that. It's not like that.
Okay. Fair enough, sir. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ashish Podar from Anand Rathi. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Podar.
Morning.
So my question is regarding your volume in other segments. So you have given volumes for the exports
If you can also give for auto for the domestic market in the OEM and replacement footwear, other segments as well.
Yeah, automotive OEM, quarter to quarter, it was 7.24 lakhs meter versus 5% volume growth was there. And value growth was 68.04%, 8.31 crore to 13.97 crore. Replacement market, automotive replacement market, volume 17.84 to 22.29, about 25% growth, and the value growth of 3 versus 32.29, this is growth. Footwear 16.14 lakhs to 23.80 lakhs is 47.53%, and in value 4.07 to 53.07, 56% growth. Furnishing business 1.24 lakh to 1.72 lakhs, 40% increase. The domestic total value-wise growth is 45.56% and quantity was 32.81. Now you see why the growth is more here, because last year, because of demonetization and all that, the local market was bad. As you see, the last year footwear market was also very, very affected. How the things are coming in order gradually. And
so do you mean to say that this growth, this high growth is one-off in nature and it will stabilize at lower level in coming quarters?
No. See, if you see average, we have done 140 crores in every quarter.
Right.
Year to date, if you see that our value and volume growth more than 16%. So that means there is a growth. Not that only quarter to quarter growth is there. And hopefully this quarter should also be good. You see, things are picking up.
No, so this 15 to 20% kind of top line growth, can you expect this for next 2-3 years at least?
I'm working on 25% growth. My endeavor is to have at least 25% growth. But you see, plan is different and actual is different. Expect at least 15 to 20%.
And do you think that exports will be a meaningful contributor in terms of growth going forward, which currently is facing some challenges?
No challenges. See, challenges all the time in the business, but we know how to move, what to do, what action should be like. Now this time we have gone and met BMW also.
Right.
So they have also said, please make this design roller which cost 40 lakhs. Why anybody will say that make it before giving any order? I'm doing it. I'm taking a risk. But I know the business will be there. It's a matter of time. So if that front also opens, sky is limit. But it will go gradually. It cannot happen like tomorrow if I get 200,000 or 300,000 meter business from Europe immediately. I'm not going to start. They start with 50,000, then with 200,000, then 150,000. But to understand business of every country, every company, how they work, it is very important. Now we have understood USA. Any quantity we can increase.
So on the export front, we are working for both, Merck and BMW. So I think you mentioned that in August 18 there is another inspection pending from the Merck side.
Yeah, from Merck.
And what about BMW, sir?
BMW, we have met 6 months back. After that, we didn't met them because we wanted to concentrate on Mercedes. This time we met. They were rather saying us, why didn't you meet us?
Okay. So BMW will take more time. So the order from Merck may come sooner compared to BMW, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. And I believe that there was one inspection, I think, which happened in November this last year. I think that was scheduled. Hello?
Mercedes audit was there.
Yeah. So what was the outcome? If you can highlight some.
If outcome is not good, they will not come again for the audit.
Okay, so one inspection happened in November 17 and another will happen in August 18. So,
there are three things. Like, traffic light, red, yellow and green. ठीक है, सबसे पहले रेड होती है, फिर येलो होती है, फिर ग्रीन होती है.
Right.
येलो लाइट भी है, येलो कलर भी है. And for green color, they have asked for some improvement, which we have to do. An improvement is like in machinery, like in system. For that, give a good time. Now in March, I have done some improvements and we are calling from our side, rather outside auditor from Germany, so that before they come in the month of August, we must be doing everything right. That audit is happening in the March last week. I think there is not much issues.
Okay.
Issues. You see, one thing you must know, the Europeans are very slow. अगर अमेरिकन 100 किलोमीटर की स्पीड से चलते हैं तो 25-30 किलोमीटर की स्पीड से.
Right. Okay. So this was helpful, sir. One more thing, if you can again give something on your capex thing, what kind of capacity you are running at currently and what will be in next year and subsequent year?
See, as you know, we have got 6 lines, PVC lines. Out of that, 5 lines are working 100%. Because of this, demonetization and this was not running. But I hope that next year we should be able to run 6th line. And in the meantime, we are ordering one more PVC line. Because I cannot hand to mouth.
Right.
Machine can wait for the orders, but orders cannot wait for the machine. So immediately we are placing an order for one more PVC line, that we have extra capacity.
So the 5 lines put together, what kind of utilization we have currently?
We are having now more than 500 crores, 550 crores. This year we may have a turnover of 550.
And at what capacity utilization, sir?
So 6 line we are using 5 line. That means you can say about 84-85%.
So the 5 lines are running at 100%.
Yeah, 5 lines are 100%.
Okay.
24 hours.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, and I'll come back again if I have any question. Thank you.
Thank you. We will take the next question from the line of Chintan Sheth from Samiksha Capital. Please go ahead. Chintan Sheth from Samiksha Capital, your line is unmuted. Please proceed with your questions.
Good morning, sir, and thanks for the opportunity. Congrats for the good set of numbers, strong volume growth, very much appreciated. So, you already mentioned that our base was low last year because we have seen the growth during the demand period, and that has led to strong volume growth we have reported this quarter. 2 reasons. One may be because of the low base, our growth is looking higher. But what is the apparent market demand which we have seen growing versus, say, before demand period? So has that footwear demand come back to that level before the demonetization period, or there is still some demand coming back is left for us?
You see, so far automotive is concerned, the demand is good compared to last year. And last year also it was not bad. Where only footwear was very, very bad. Now you can say footwear has come back on 15-16 level.
Okay.
16-17 was very bad.
Correct.
17-18 is on the 15-16 level, and 18-19 will also be good because the main customer, two customers, Paragon and EKC, they have ordered 10 more new lines.
Okay.
For making the shoes.
Okay.
That means definitely demand is going to increase. And now what is happening, because of demonetization and GST, those who are organized companies, sales are increasing. And in footwear, our 90% business or 95% is with big organized companies. Because already we were not doing much business with the unorganized companies.
Correct.
So now we hope that our sales must improve.
Okay, sir. And on the Karnataka side, you said
that we are working on the, as I told last time also, land which we have acquired was not good. So
right.
We wanted to change the land, and then work is going on.
Okay.
भैया ये हिंदुस्तान है, ये गवर्नमेंट का टाइम लगेगा, वो प्रिडिक्शन करना बहुत मुश्किल है. बट अभी लग रहा है अच्छे आदमी को पकड़ा हमने, मार्च में हो जाना चाहिए.
Okay. So March तक हो जाना चाहिए. We'll get the land and we'll start construction, and by another
1 year.
Another 1 year, 12 months, we'll start the production. Okay. And sir, on the price hike, you did mention that this quarter you may look as demand is now looking up good, and market is able to absorb the increased cost. You will be taking up the price hike. So can we see the margins again back to FY16, 15-16 levels coming back to us?
नहीं, अभी इस साल कोई डिफरेंस नहीं आएगा. 17-18 में तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा.
FY19
18-19 में अगर हमें प्राइस मिल गया तब तो ठीक ही है.
Right.
Price, how much price you get, that is the big question mark. That how much my increment and how much they give, because everybody has to go with the market.
Correct.
Now if the market is increasing, say 3%, and if I increase 5% or 6%, so we have to increase according to the items and according to the customers. Where the prices are not fixed for anybody. हिंदुस्तान में आप जिससे जितना प्राइस ले सकते हैं ले लीजिए.
Right. Okay. And sir, what have we spent on capex for 9 months? And FY19 में 18 और 19 में कितना capex spend करेंगे?
तो मेरे हिसाब से कम 60-70 crore तो मिनिमम होना ही चाहिए.
Okay. And
अभी हो सकता है.
Okay. And for 9 months, how much we have spent?
Sorry, for 9 months, how much we have done?
Yes.
है? अभी तो कोई खास नहीं हुआ, लैंड का ही हुआ है.
Okay.
एमपी की लैंड का पूरा पैसा दे दिया हमने, और वहाँ 2.5 crore एडवांस दिया हुआ है.
Okay.
तो मशीनों का ऑर्डर जाएगा तब देन यू हैव टू ओपन द एलसी एंड ऑल दैट. कंस्ट्रक्शन वर्क हैज स्टार्टेड, उसमें कुछ लगना शुरू हो गया.
Okay, sir. Thanks. I will join back in queue for more questions. Thank you.
Thank you. We will take the next question from the line of VP Rajesh from Banyan Capital Advisors. Please go ahead.
Good morning, Kodavji.
Good morning.
So is it fair to conclude that our PU plant will come ahead of the Mysore plant?
Of course.
Okay. And then in case of, it sounds like we're running out of capacity, does it mean that we will start, not taking lower value orders, or how are you thinking about it, the fact that there may be some opportunity loss here?
I have to evaluate and balance the price for my customers. And I wanted to increase the sale ATU. I want to increase 25%. And if I see for 25% or 30% increase, I have to reduce my price by 5% or 6% or 7%. But I have to see also that is there any additional benefit by decreasing this price. आपने प्राइस डिक्रीज किया तो आप जो सेल कर रहे हो उस पर भी डिक्रीज करना पड़ेगा ना आपको.
जी जी.
आप समझिए.
जी.
तो फिर वो तो वी हैव टू बैलेंस that whether how much business we are going to increase. Today, okay, you can tell me, yes, I will give you 25% or 30% extra business. And tomorrow, after 3 months, 6 months, you again come back with the same quantity. So we have to evaluate, we have to judge whether what is the potential and whether by reducing the price, how much volume we will get. So accordingly, we have to take a decision. कम करना तो अपने हाथ की बात है. Tomorrow I can start ship my 6th line. There is no issue at all. But I don't want to disturb my existing business also, no?
Okay.
Shows that in automotive OEM, general export and domestic OEM, the business is definitely going to increase.
Right. Okay. And then when was the last time they took a price hike? Sorry, I didn't hear.
In 16, I think we have.
Okay. Okay.
April 2017. Yeah, April 2017, we took 3% increase.
Right. Right. So this year also, should we assume that you will increase it, or as you were saying earlier, you will just see case by case where what is the mechanism?
In 19, definitely, because everybody is started calling me, sir, price ka badha hai, kaise kar rahe. But he is feeling the pinch.
Right.
People were waiting for the budget and market to improve. अभी क्या हो रहा है? फुटवेयर विंटर में चप्पलें कम बिकती है.
जी.
अब सीजन शुरू हो गया है, मार्च से फुल प्लेजेस फुटवेयर की डिमांड शुरू हो जाएगी. So then people think that by first week of March or second week of March, we'll start talking. So I hope that in the next year, from April, you should get some price increase.
Okay, thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Kunal Tanvi from Equity Master. Please go ahead.
Good morning, sir, and congratulations on decent set of numbers. I have two quick questions, sir.
Yeah.
So apart from Mercedes, are we seeing any traction for other OEMs in European markets? And also now, we have been complying for Merck, and does it mean that it will be easier if we receive inquiries from other OEM players like, BMW or any other player?
I told you, I told just now that BMW has also started talking to us. They are having good progress in.
No.
I told you already. I said that BMW started discussing with us, and they have asked us to buy their design roller.
Okay.
So that means they are also interested. Otherwise, why they will tell me to spend 50 lakhs rupees for a roller?
Yeah. So, sir, my second question here is, if we have now if we comply with Merck by the end of this March, does it make it simpler for you, to get BMW or any other OEM business from the European markets?
Yeah, definitely. Why BMW is talking to us? Because they know Mercedes has gone along with us. That's why they are also showing interest, and they have seen our samples. They have seen our result of the samples, what they need us to manufacture. The results are good. That's why they are interested.
Sure, sir. And sir, you also mentioned about the US OEM market, that you are seeing some good traction in this running quarter. Can you throw some light on the US market? What is exactly happening and what kind of traction you are seeing for this quarter and the quarters ahead?
So you see, we are talking to all those existing customers, those who are having new models.
Okay.
So 5, 6 new models we are talking from these top 3 GM, Ford and Chrysler.
Okay.
Talk has started going on. They are giving us inquiries,
Like not immediately, next 3-4 months time, something will come up.
Okay, sir. So now my follow-up on this would be, sir, with 85%, capacity being already exhausted in the current scenario, so we are seeing good traction in the US market, and as you rightly mentioned that 2 of our major customers in the domestic footwear market are increasing their capacity, so we'll have a good demand from there as well. So how do we augment this, increasing demand? As one of the participants just asked you, does this mean that it will result in reselecting our customers on the value basis or the margins that they provide us?
So you see, I will go as I am going, so far margin is concerned.
Okay.
1, 2, 3% I can adjust, but I will not adjust 10% or 15%. I know in spite of that the business is going to increase. That's why I told just now that we are going to order one more line now. Because today if we are ordering, it will take 6 months to come. So if the demand increases in between, I don't want to be hand to mouth. So I will always have an extra capacity of 1 line.
That you are talking about the 6th line, right?
Yes. No, 7th line.
Okay, in the existing plant you are saying?
Yeah.
Okay, that is great. Yeah, okay, sir. That's it. I'll be in the queue again. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Bharti Mundra from CD Research. Please go ahead.
Sir, I would just like a clarification. You had mentioned the volume growth numbers and the value growth numbers for different categories. Were they year-on-year or were they quarter-on-quarter?
Sorry, again?
So you had mentioned the volume growth and the value growth for various categories. So were they year-on-year or were they quarter-on-quarter? I just need a clarification on that.
No, I have told both year-on-year also and year-to-date. I mean, I have given for this quarter to previous year quarter, same quarter, third quarter. I have given for 3 consecutive quarters, year-to-date quarters also. If you want, I can give you again.
Yes, sir. If you could please repeat the same.
For 9 months, value growth is 16% approximately, and quantity growth is also 16%. And quarter-to-quarter growth is, value growth is 26.82% and quantity growth is 26.35%.
And so for auto OEMs, the volume and value growth?
Auto OEM, quarter-to-quarter.
Yes, sir.
Value was 68%.
Okay.
Volume was 35%.
35%.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Dimple Kotak from SKS Capital and Research. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. I joined the call late, so this could be a repetition. Just wanted to understand your outlook on the future. What kind of growth you're targeting in terms of volume and in terms of your margins?
See, one thing, I have already spoken that in next 5 years, year to year, I expect a growth of between 15 to 20%.
Okay. In terms of your volume?
Yeah. We talked about value.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
If you want to increase, it depends on what kind of combination of orders you get.
Okay, okay.
I mean, low price item or high price item, it depends on that. We will be working mainly on the value.
Okay.
This is what I am saying you in the value.
Okay, sir. And so in terms of margins?
This is a very big question. This is not million or billion, $1 trillion question.
So if you can just give me a ballparkish range, band, where do you think, seeing your current situation of the markets and everything put together?
See, if you see, we are maintaining the profitability. This dull market also. So it depends on 2 factors. One factor is that what is the price of raw material. Another factor is that your product mix. See, when we are selling at least 500 different kind of products.
Yeah.
So it depends on what is the mix.
Okay.
And there are some items where your margin is very good.
Okay.
There are some items which is below average.
Mm-hmm.
So we always try to go for the items which has good margin.
Yeah.
Our endeavor is that every time.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we are able to maintain the profit. Now it depends on situation that how much you can do, how much market is asking. We, in spite of all this price increase and everything, we are still trying to maintain the profit. How?
Mm-hmm.
Because of your product mix, because of your reducing the cost, manufacturing cost. By importing in advance, we see that the market is on the increase side, and if you can catch hold of the supplier, you can book for 2 months, 3 months. Like that we have done, because price is already increasing from last 6 to 12 months.
Okay.
We are booking well in time.
Okay.
That's why we are not affected also. And then product mix and efficiency in production, all factors combined makes you maintain the.
So what are inventory levels currently? For how many months they will suffice?
Inventory of finished product?
Also of the raw material.
1 minute. 1 minute.